Good evening and welcome to Gustav Making Stuff, to this uncool, cool making things show. This crappy old toy gun, it's a kind of a Luger-ish thingy. Unless you're really good at guns, you might be determined this is something completely different, but whatever. I got inspiration to make something really interesting out of this old thing's gun here. Let's start making stuff!
Yeah, so we are going to start here by cutting off the parts of the barrel that making this hard to slide in this little bigger barrel. And due to it has some little bit of tight fitting between these two tubes here, I use some electrical tape to make it, fit a little bit better. And like that, you see? And now I'm going to glue this part onto there. Just have some super glue. I could use some drills to put something straight through it, but well, it will hold up well because it's going to be glued in back there. So the front of the part there from this Mauser pistol, I actually tried to find that link to that, but they will stop selling it, so it's kind of a crappy airsoft gun. And now we're going to cut out some foam here to make the handle a little bit thicker, to have this window protective things. From when you buy a window, you will get this to protect the window around it. They look nice, so there we go. Sweet Robocop-ish gun, and the trigger works still kind of ish. And we're going to put it into the spraying booth. And in the meantime, we are going to make this Mauser C96 pistol into a very cool thing with this shampoo bottle. And you see I'm measuring out there. The C96 pistol, by the way, is used in a lot of like Star Wars props and different movies from that era, like Han Solo's blaster. You see, I have already made 2 tutorials about, guns that are based on this gun here. So, yeah, you can watch them too also. So you see, I'm just trying to keep that side thing there, in having that as a baseline, and just have the barrels putting out in the front there. So you see, it's kind of straight there, and also so the trigger will be holding up. You see, like that, and also doing the exact same thing on the opposite side of the gun. But that, well, it's kind of obvious, so I don't have to mention that, but I do it anyway. So you see, now we're gonna have the little bit of the barrel there. Cut that off and take this other little gun. It's kind of a, kid's toy size, so it isn't really very good size for my hand. So just put out the trigger there, and you see, now I'm just gonna cut in a good line there, which I do with this little saw blade without the actual handle on it, which I am very fond of doing. There we go, you see, like that. And now I'm just gonna put some things in the middle there so it will fit, and glue it on, and also take this pipe piece here in the back and now cut it so we can slide it over the back of the gun. So this will be a very more interesting space blaster. You see, like that. And now cut it in the correct length there, because we are going to slide over chewing gum yarn. And now we're going to drill in one of these little drills. It's actually kind of a drill screw. I don't know the name for it, but they work like a drill in the front, and then they have a part that actually is a screw, so they are fantastically effective to just put stuff together with. And you see, that slides over like that. And now we're going to cut off the trigger. Here's the thing when you're making like a gun based on another gun there. If you remove as much part of the gun as possible, so you don't really see that it's obvious a gun made out of that. Like Nerf guns are very popular these days to just make so they will look. So there we go. And I will keep this in its colors, white and black, so on, because I thought it looks kind of neat. And you see, now we're gonna have the cup there, and there you go, it's finished. Thank you for watching.